Yo, what is up, guys? This is the first time I'm making a video like this, so I'm actually pretty excited. My name is Dean, and I'm going to teach you how I consistently make $100,000 every single month with web design. Let's pull out the whiteboard. So, like I mentioned, for me to teach you how to make $100,000 a month with web design, I obviously need to be doing it myself. I run an agency called King Contractor Agency. You can check us out, just type it into Google or type in roofing websites. We build websites for roofing companies. So, obviously, if I'm teaching it, I got to be doing it myself. I make most of my money, like 70% of my money, with my actual agency, not my coaching, unlike a lot of other gurus. So let's just get straight into this. This is going to be as quick and straight to the point as humanly possible. Now, first things first, in business, there's two sides to business. There's acquisition, bringing business in, and there's fulfillment. I think today, what we're going to talk about is acquisition, how to bring that business in. I'm a massive believer in go and sell it and then figure out how to deliver. A lot of people waste time saying, oh, I'm getting my agency together. They're hiring people, they're hiring their team, getting systems, CRM, but they've never even sold a client before. So screw that. I almost said F that, which I can. It's my video. Fuck that. I'm not going to do that. What you do is sell it first and then figure out how to deliver, right? So I've been in this for 3 years, and so I've just had to figure out how to deliver, and that's allowed us to scale. So let's talk about it. Acquisition. Now, I've realized that to make a lot of money, you have to sell to people that make a lot of money. So what I do is I run a niche web design agency. I chose the home services space, which works great. Like literally 80% of my students are also in the home services space, and they see amazing results. Why? Because when I decide to work with roofing companies that sell roofs for $10,000, $15,000, $25,000, they've got like a good margin on that, say 30%. I just need to help them sell one roof through their website, and that's a lot of the marketing budget that's already paid for. So that's why I like to choose high ticket industries, and I go niche because when you go niche, then you can call out your audience, you can solve their problems. The reason people pay me $15,000 to sometimes $18,000 for a website is because they know I'm the guy. I'm the guy for roofing websites. And so what I would implore to all of you is to choose a niche and then become that guy in that niche, right? And so, sales, let's talk about sales first, right? Now, I'm going to explain the mindset, how I'm able to sell it, how I'm able to justify it, like literally the script that I use when I do the sale. But let's talk about sales first. Now, if you know ClickFunnels, the owner of ClickFunnels, his name is Russell Brunson. And in pretty much all of his books, he talks about something called the unique mechanism. Unique mechanism, right? Now, the unique mechanism is pretty much the formula, or for a lack of better words, the excuse as to why you're worth that high ticket. So what I've done is I chose a niche. I said roofing. Okay, I'm going to go after roofing companies. The first thing that I did was I looked at all of my competitors. So I typed into Google, I said roofing web design. You can do it on me. You can check out my website. So check out the competitors, see what they're doing, and then pretty much reverse engineer it. So that's what I did. I chose the top 5 companies doing websites for roofing companies. And I looked at their websites. I looked at the websites that they made, and I reverse engineered it. I said, okay, so what do they have on the website? They've got the contact form right up at the top. They're building a lot of trust. The reviews, the testimonials, the why choose us section, the frequently asked questions section. Like these all sound like really basic things to have, but you'd be surprised when you look at most roofing websites out there, they don't have these things. So I went straight to the best of the best, and I was like, I'm going to figure out how they do what they do. And so what I did was I did that, and then I created the document, and that document is called the ultimate roofing website blueprint. And this is probably one of the most important things to notice, right? Like, this is literally the golden nugget. A lot of people come into the mentorship and like, this is something that they're missing, is that I've created a Google Doc called the Ultimate Roofing Website Blueprint. And this is pretty much when I've gone to all of my competitors' websites that they've made, and I take pieces, I take the best of the best, and I put it into this one document. So I reverse engineer from the best of the best, put it into this document. So now when I jump on to a sales call with the roofing company, I say, well, look, dude, what I've done is I've taken from the best of the best. This is what they're doing. This is the results that they're getting. And we've extracted that and put it into our blueprint. Now, our blueprint, this goes back to the unique mechanism, right? Now, our blueprint is our unique mechanism. It's what makes us us. And it's honestly the reason that we're able to sell websites for 15K to 18K, because they know that we're hyper specialized in this one thing. So that's the first thing that you need to sell high ticket. Now, guys, I'm talking about $15,000. How the hell do you sell for $15,000? It's how I make $100,000 every single month with web design. So that is the goal, 100K. We're going to talk about that a little later. But the first thing that you're going to need is the unique mechanism. Cool. So there's that. Now you know what it is. So when you're starting out your agency, like a lot of you pick a niche. Okay, that's the niche. Some of my students do pooling, right? Like pools, websites for companies that build pools. One of my students hit 20K in his first month, 20K cash collected, right? And in pools. And he used like this exact same blueprint. So you pick the niche, you do the competitor research, you create your blueprint, your unique mechanism, and then you have to go out and find these pooling companies and then try and sell to them. Now, during that sales process, you know, we can talk about appointment setting and getting those appointments in all day. This is more so based around sales. So otherwise the video is going to be way too long. So let's just talk about how I actually sell to them, how we're able to justify it. Now, it's something that I like to say or call value stacking. You need to be able to value stack enough to have the leverage to ask that price. Now, in the beginning, I didn't sell websites for 15,000. I know that a lot of my students are able to sell websites for 5K, 10K their first time, which is fucking amazing, but that's not how I started. I'm going to tell you how I started. I started working for free, right? Because I knew that for me to get to 100K, I need to be the best. Now, the way that I become the best is by iterating and learning. And so I was paying for my knowledge debt. I was in debt. I had a debt of knowledge. And so I did it for free. And so once I approached the right person, I said, hey, look, I've reverse engineered the best of the best. I'm going to do the exact same thing for you. And these are the results that they're getting. So the next thing that I did was I built a portfolio. Right? Now, the nice thing about web design, and that's why I love this vehicle, is because unlike SMMA, which I've tried and struggled, I ran the ads, it didn't work. When you do web design as a web design agency, then you have a very tangible result. Like, it's right there and it's beautiful. And here's a golden tip. Don't do the websites yourself. I didn't do any of the work myself, nothing. Like, the first thing that you want to do is find a designer that's really good at design, and you can find them on Fiverr, and they're like $150, and it's a beautiful design. It's literally just the design. That's not the development. You can show the client this, and once they approve it, you can move it into development and find like a cheap dev in one of the Facebook groups for the software you're using, like WordPress or Webflow, and they're willing to do it for like $10 an hour. It costs you like $300 just to do that landing page. So that is a golden tip. But now that I have portfolio, like, I actually have a website that I can show them that I made myself, that has the King contractor stamp on it. So now we're going back to value stacking, right? We've got the ultimate roofing website blueprint. That's my unique mechanism. We've got the portfolio to show them that the work, to show them what I've done, to show them my past work. Now they know I can do it. Probably one of the last things that we need at this point is results, right? So all that we need at this point for them to feel safe and secure, right, is results. This is the final step. But before I get into that, let me explain this mentality. Why would someone pay me $15,000 if they could go to someone else and get a very similar website for $500? I'll explain it like this. If you think about branding, right, your iPhone, why do people pay $1,500 for the new iPhone. You could probably pay $500 for an Android and know you're getting way better hardware, way more bang for buck. But the thing is, people trust Apple, right? The brand is trusted because the result is pretty much guaranteed. You know what you're getting. When I upgraded my iPhone, right, from the 15 to the 16 Pro, I knew exactly what I was getting. It's because I trust the brand. And so I'm willing to pay for that surety. And so the same thing goes with these companies. If they're making $1 million, 5 million, 10 million, 25 million, they're willing to pay for that surety. They want to do it right. And they want someone that can give them those results. So if you're going to value stack it, you niche down, you create your unique mechanism, whatever blueprint it is that you do. It could be pools, it could be lawn care, it could be roofing like me. It doesn't even have to be home services. I have a student that chose the container homes industry, and he said, hey, like, no one's creating brands for these companies that build homes out of containers. So that's what he's going to do. And that's what he did. And it's working really well. So he's creating brands around that. And so he created his blueprints. He built his portfolio, worked for free, did some work, which you don't always have to do, by the way. If you do your blueprint right and you do the sales call right, I've got another video on YouTube called 100% close rate sales. It shows you the two-step call process, and that'll allow you to land a sale pretty high ticket without a lot of this stuff. This is really just leverage. This allows me to close calls on one call. So I'm literally able to collect 18K on one phone call after being with them for 45 minutes. So the next thing that I need is results. Okay, well, how are you going to get amazing results in web design? Now, I've done this. I've got the mechanism. I've got the portfolio to show that the work is good. What I will do then is I will find a roofing company that is doing really well, that's already selling a lot. And I'll say, hey, I'll do your website for free. All that I need is that testimonial from you. Now, I know that people are already using this roofing company. So when I build a highly converting landing page for them, it's obviously going to get good results, and I will be able to take credit for that. So I'm not going to have to run paid ads or, figure out SEO. They already have a lot of that traffic. So I'll find a company that's doing really well. I'll do the website for them, get fucking insane results, and then I pretty much have everything that I need to justify a high ticket price for the web design, right? Does that make sense? So that's how I'm able to, sell websites for 15K and then eventually make $100,000 a month. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about how I actually get to the 100K. So now that you understand that this is all value stacking, it's your mechanism, your portfolio, your results, and then also the last missing piece is you. Invest into yourself, learn how to do sales, learn how to be persuasive, understand the industry. That's why I'm niche, right? I understand a lot about roofing, like the whole roofing process, insurance, retail, commercial, residential, like I get it all. So I'm able to speak that lingo with them. And that's why you niche down, because you're now a brain surgeon instead of a general practitioner. So that is that process. Let's talk about how I actually get to 100,000 a month. We're going to talk about some savvy tricks that I use during my sales call to actually close the sale, build MRR, and consistently make 100K a month, even if I didn't make any more sales. So the first thing that I do, let's talk about the sales call process. So this is the call, right? Now, what I'll do is I'll jump on with the prospect, and this is assuming that we've already found the appointment. So if you're good at appointment setting, or partner up with someone that can get you the appointments on your calendar, get in front of them. And then what you want to do is introduce yourself and say, hey, look, my name is Dean. What I do is I help roofing companies win the trust of homeowners so that they choose you every time, right? And so now they're already starting to think. And so what I'll do is I'll literally just speak fundamentally about branding and online presence and websites. And this is really just the conversation that I have with them. I say, here's the thing, roofing companies all say the same thing, right? They say we're locally owned, family operated, BBB, 5 stars on Google, 5 stars on Facebook. But what makes you different? If you line up 5 different roofing companies, why would someone choose you? That's where I come in, right? When you sell a roof in person, you're standing there in front of them and you sell the roof, they'll buy from you because they like, know, and trust you. What I do is I get them to like, know, and trust you online before they ever meet you. So now realize I haven't pitched my services. I haven't pitched what I do or how I do it. I've just spoken to them fundamentally about what success looks like from the online space. So the first thing that we're doing on the call is obviously rapport, right? We're building a little bit of rapport with them. And then what we're doing is we're talking about the fundamentals. This is just the fundamentals, right? Now, once that kind of clicks with them, the fundamentals click, then they'll start asking questions like, okay, well, what's the price, or how do you do it? So I'll literally just be on a Zoom with them and be discussing fundamentals. And I'm not going to just go into the pitch. I have a proposal stacked away, ready for when I'm ready to go in for the kill and show them what we do and have the price at the end. But before that, I want to make sure that they understand the fundamentals, that they understand I know what I'm doing. And so here's a pro tip. While you're doing the fundamentals, um, share your screen and then go over to your SOP, right? The unique selling proposition SOP that I just showed you, that one Google Doc, right? I've got a ton of SOPs in my agency: fulfillment SOPs, sales SOPs, the unique mechanism, which is our roofing website blueprint, the ultimate roofing website blueprint. What I'll do is I'll share my screen and I'll say, well, look, this is how they're doing it, right? Like, this is how you're winning the trust of homeowners, and this is how you win online. These are some things that I do. And I literally just scroll through it and I show it to them as a friend, right? And so it's still just fundamental. I'm not pitching anything, right? And so boom, that's the fundamentals. Now they know, one, I have the unique mechanism. I've got that blueprint. It's in their mind. It's stored in the back, so that later on when I go through my proposal and I tell them how we do it using our blueprints, they remember, hey, I literally showed them the blueprint. So it's proof that it exists, right? So boom, fundamentals. Then they start asking the right questions. They say, well, okay, that's great. Well, let's talk about price. Like, get this done. I like what you're saying. How much is it going to cost me? And I say, you know what, Mr. Prospect, I never thought you'd ask. Let me show you the proposal in black and white so you can see it. And then we'll literally move into the proposal. What I'll do then is I'll share my screen, I'll go over to PandaDoc, and I'll open up the proposal. And the proposal pretty much is just everything that I said in the fundamentals, which is great because now it like literally just justifies everything that I've already done. Um, oh my gosh, these guys are going crazy at this villa. And so I'll run through it. And what they don't realize is that even though I say, hey, this proposal is just to show you everything that we do in black and white, it's actually all just sales copy. I give them the top 3 reasons to choose me. 1, because we know roofing. 2, because we provide more value than anyone else in the industry. How do we prove it? With a unique mechanism, because I can show them this is what we do. This is what they do. They're charging so much more. We're charging this. These are the results we're getting. I literally prove to them we bring more value. And then 3, I say, if you're unhappy for any reason, I don't want your money, right? So it's satisfaction guaranteed, right? I adopt the risk. If I want to be the best, if I want to be making $100,000 a month, I have to take the fucking risk. And that's what I've decided to do. And that's how we do it. And we don't get any refunds because of the way that we sell it. Man, it's so cool. There are so many golden nuggets. I wish I could explain it all in one video. You're just gonna have to join the mentorship. So the link will be down in the description. Book a call with my team. I'd love to help you make your first 10K or 50K a month, or even 100K a month. Why not? So yeah, it's the proposal. We'll get into it. It's sales copy. And then what I'll do is I'll show them just a little bit more. I'll say, well, look, you're going to get the desktop, you're going to get the mobile. Then I'll show them some of the results, and I'll go over to the portfolio or the results of the guys that we've already done. And so now they know that this stuff works. The next thing that we get to in the proposal is I'll show them some of the previous work, and I'll say, like, even though these brands look completely different, right? Different colors, it's because it's custom designed, but it still follows the exact same blueprint. That's going to get that outcome, right? But how do we do it? And then it literally shows them how we do it. How we do it using my blueprints. And then I put in brackets on the proposal for internal purposes only, not for sale. And so they know, like, whoa, okay, these blueprints are very valuable. This is what's getting the results. And then I'll just scroll down, and then eventually we'll get to the price, and then we'll pretty much make the sale. Now, that's how we do it. That's the proposal. I'm going to dive into one more golden nugget for you on how we actually do the stack and pitch. Is I run through everything in the proposal, and then right at the end, I say, I go through the timeline. To do the whole thing is going to take 6 to 8 weeks, right? Now they understand everything. I say, do you have any questions on anything at all? Is there anything you don't understand? They go, nope, there's nothing that they don't understand. So I say, okay, other than price, is there any reason at all that you won't be moving forward with me today? They say no. So what I've just done is I've isolated the price so they can't object with price at a later date, right? And so once they say no, other than price, there is no reason that I wouldn't move forward with you. I know that my product suits them perfectly. And so then I'll scroll down, I'll move to the price. And that's the big reveal. I show $18,000 for the website. And then you just quiet, zip. You literally don't say a single word. The first person that speaks loses, right? It's the truth. The first person that speaks loses. And so they digest the price. I know that they're going through the right mindset when they say, is this all paid up front? And then I say, well, look, majority of my clients like to pay it up front because that's a bigger commitment and you get the best results from us. We're super inspired and we'd love to help you. But at the end of the day, you have 100% satisfaction guaranteed. So I'm going to get paid either way if we don't do good work. So I don't mind figuring this out with you. And then I have one trick up my sleeve. What I say is, I have a special offer for you. This is a deal that we ran at the previous convention. And so we decided to keep running it because it's working really well and getting great results for my clients. It is a one-time offer, so let me know now if you want me to reveal it to you. If not, that's okay. Okay. And so what I do then, they say yes. I say, okay, here we go. I know the website's 18,000. Scroll down, one-time offer. But if you decide to work with me today on this call, then you get the following for free. And then I'll add SEO, PPC, or any other service that you can bring value added. And I'll show SEO is worth $25,000 a month. PPC is worth $1,500 a month. I'll give it to you for free for 3 months. 3 months on the house. That's an additional $10,000 worth of value. All you have to do is say yes on this phone call and you're going to get that absolutely free. And so what this is this is a quick action incentive. This gets them to say yes. And so what I'll do then is I'll take that $18,000 payment and I'll make it easy. We can do 6,000, 6,000, 6,000. Worst I'll do is 3,000 a month for 6 months. Now we're building MRR. That's how I do $100,000 a month, is because I've sold so many websites that are paying me $3,000 a month. And now we stacked up a ton of monthly recurring revenue, right? So for 3 months, they'll get these additional services. What's great about that is that within 3 months time, if those services do well, it's the easiest upsell of my life. I literally say, well, look, these are the results that you've been getting. We built the website. Do you want to continue? And then I just continue billing them for those services. So it's an easy upsell. It's an easy sale on the front end, great results for them. Boom. So, that's how I do it. My MRR in the agency is like $95,000 if I don't make any sales, because of the website payment plans and because of the upsells. So guys, that's how I do $100,000 a month. This is my first ever whiteboard video. So if this brought you any value, fucking hit the like button, I guess. Or follow me on Instagram. Just type in my name, Dean White. My handle is @DeanXWhite. Pop me a message and yeah, join the Discord, join the free school. There's a ton of free resources. I appreciate your time. Thank you very much.